There you go. Yesterday I went up to Kalamunda, and it wasn't for the garden festival. It was from the same creators of the Kalamunda Garden Festival, Andrew and Mandy. Basically what they chucked on was this, I think it was called the Edible Garden Adventure. And basically they had two coaches. One coach had Costa in it, and he was the host. Other coach had Darren in it, who's another knowledgeable gardener, and he was the host for that one. These coaches filled up, and I was expecting like a little bus, like a little coach. Got there, it was a very large coach. Just filled up with garden frothers, right? So the aim of the day, right, was to basically visit all these different edible gardens and get inspiration and see how they do stuff and all that sort of thing. And there was 7 gardens on the list. And the one I'm about to show you is the first one, and I call it a jungle garden. And it's by Hazel Alec. And I was actually I didn't actually look up the list before going to this, so I was actually really excited when they told me things. The Gardening Australia, if you watch that episode, it's the one when they were in Kalamunda, and there's a giant jungle, like they've just created a jungle. That's all I can explain it as. And then within the jungle is veggie patches. So they've got this jungle at the front, and you walk through it, and it's like you're literally walking through the jungle to get to their sitting. There's all these little sitting areas, and I remember on the episode they were like, oh, you know, there's lots of sitting spaces because I want to sit with my wife in different areas, and I loved that. And the sitting spaces were just beautiful. But and then you get into the backyard. The backyard was this beautiful veggie patch with raised beds. So I like raised beds because raised beds keep gardening inclusive, because when you have a raised bed, it doesn't matter what age you are. And even me, I don't like bending over much, like digging and stuff. I'd rather have a raised bed, and I just love raised beds. So I had raised beds, and yeah, surrounding that was like there was a banana tree that had bananas on it, and a bunch of other stuff, and little rivers and stuff going through, creeks, not rivers, creeks. There was little creeks going through it, which is really relaxing. A bit of koi fish. And then at the back, I didn't get to see the part that I actually really wanted to see. There was a backyard, and on Gardening Australia, they showed this native garden. Oh, mate. But the rest of the garden was fantastic anyway. But yeah, this is it here.